still only counts as one.
Well said, Gimli. But in the aftermath of the battle, sadly, Theoden's on his last legs.
Avenge me. Avenge me!
Nah, he's not like that. He's much more grateful than that. Meanwhile, Aragorn still needs to keep his promise to the dead.
Release us.
I hold your oath fulfilled. Go. Be at peace.
Wait a minute. If the dead were invincible at Pelennor Field, surely they come in handy when you storm the Black Gate later on. Seriously, if you were to send the dead, eagles, and Ents, you'd have yourself an invincible army. Mordor would be completely fucked. I'm shocked that they never thought of that. Anyway, back with Frodo, who's being held prisoner in the Tower of Cirith Ungol, has finally woken up when the orcs and the Uruks have a little fight over one of Frodo's belongings.
Hands off. That shiny shirt. That's mine.
What would you want a shiny shirt for? Hey, Mr. Uruk, I've got something shiny for you.
Oh, my eyes, you asshole.
So as the orcs and the Uruks fall out big time, kind of like Captain America's Civil War, as Sam enters the town, kills a couple of Uruks, and heads off to save Frodo.
Not if I stick you first. Sam!
So Frodo and Sam are finally reunited and Frodo apologises for everything he's done. Sam even reveals that he's taken the ring too. And when Frodo demands it back, one thing I don't get is, why doesn't Sam just carry the ring the rest of the way? It would take the ring infinitely longer to convert Sam than it will Frodo.
Mr. Frodo.
Yes, maybe I should be the one to carry the ring from now. Hell no, you son of a bitch, it's mine. Tough shit, I'm taking it anyway. Yeah, if only that happened, then Sam would get the recognition he deserves. So Frodo and Sam in orc disguises finally arrive at Mordor.
It's him. The Eye.
Well, we know what the Eye of Sauron and the mouth of Sauron look like, but what does the dick of Sauron and the arse of Sauron look like? Back in Minas Tirith, Gandalf, Aragorn, Eomer, Legolas and Gimli are coming up with a plan to give Frodo time to get to Mount Doom.
A diversion.
To your death. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Whoa, not very uplifting, Gimli. Perhaps you should have said it like this.
Certainty of success. Small chance of death.
That's better. So our heroes, led by Aragorn, finally march on the Black Gate. Now I know there's an extended scene coming up which you all want me to talk about.
Let the Lord of the Black Land come forth!
The mouth of Sauron. They always talk about how the scene where they run up to the Black Gate without the mouth of
Is there
Sauron's
any of this crowd with authority to
and
treat
the
with
news
me?
of Frodo's death is
We do not
rather
come to
pointless.
treat.
Now, like I said before with Saruman's death scene, I also don't mind that they cut out the mouth of Sauron. I know, just shut up! Just let me explain. There is a good explanation why this scene was cut. It's just like the nostalgia critics said in his top 11 dumbest Lord of the Rings moments. They cut out the mouth of Sauron because that was probably the second time they did a Frodo fake out death, and we'd seen enough fake out deaths at this point. We knew it wouldn't have any effect. Anyway, forgetting the mouth of Sauron was ever there, Aragorn then gives the greatest speech in cinematic history.
The day may come when the courage of men fails. It is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand, men of the West! For the love of Camelot!
For the love of Gondor! So as Aragorn and his men prepare to do battle, but while heading to Mount Doom, sadly Sauron spots Frodo. I wonder what could have distracted Sauron from that. But sadly, as Frodo tries to get to Mount Doom, the ring is just too much for him at this point. Luckily, Sam's got some inspiring words for him.
Do you remember the Shire, Mr. Frodo? And the strawberries with cream? Do you remember the taste of strawberries naked in the dark?
Okay, this scene pretty much sums up why Frodo and Sam are considered gay. I mean, They're talking about strawberries being naked. I mean, it looks exactly like Brokeback Mountain.
Well, there once were two
Hobbit.
out on the trail, and they discovered they could sleep with another male. Now they're having gay sex.
Hobbit gay sex. Anyway, Sam still proves how awesome he is and carries Frodo. And back at the Black Gates, Sauron talks to Aragorn and tries to convince Aragorn to just surrender and join his side. But Aragorn turns around and simply says,
For Frodo.
wait a minute, why are you only fighting for Frodo? Sam has done all the heroic stuff in these movies, yet he's got none of the credit. Even Merry and Pippin have been more awesome and badass and killed more orcs than Frodo. Now let's look at Frodo's kill count, a big fat 0. So as Frodo and Sam are literally nearly there, guess who shows up? Gollum attacks Frodo and Sam and tries to strangle Frodo. Sort of like when Batman attacked Bane for the trigger in The Dark Knight Rises. So Sam fights Gollum, but back at the Black Gate our heroes seem doomed until our winged friends arrive.
Eagles are coming!
Yay! Go Eagle! Anyway, Sam follows Frodo into Mount Doom, and all Frodo has to do now is drop it.
Destroy it! Throw it in the fire! Now put that thing back where it came from! Or so help me!
The ring is mine.
So yeah, Frodo takes the ring for himself and Sauron calls his ring wraiths back to retrieve it. Then Gollum attacks Frodo for the ring, and Gollum even bites Frodo's finger off to get it. Gollum doesn't give a shit that the world's gonna end, he's just happy he has his ring, his precious. If you think about it, Gollum stopped Frodo from getting the ring. Gollum actually saved Middle-earth. Anyway, Gollum fought Frodo until Gollum falls into the lava to his death. Sam saves Frodo. The ring is destroyed. Sauron's defeated. Mordor collapses. But our heroes soon realise, oh yeah, Frodo needs rescuing. Frodo and Sam escape Mount Doom just in time. And just when you think the movie's gonna end here, thankfully it doesn't. Thankfully Gandalf comes in on some eagles and picks Frodo and Sam up to safety. Frodo wakes up in Minas Tirith with Gandalf. Wait a minute, Frodo's surrounded by white light, he's wearing white robes, Gandalf's there. I know what he must be thinking.
I knew it. I'm dead.
Not quite, Frodo. Now you may think the movie will end here, but no, there's still more. So all of Gondor is gathered for Aragorn's coronation as the king has finally returned.
Now come the days of the king.
It is time.
Anyway, Arwen arrives, and the two share the most epic kiss ever. And our 4 hobbits are celebrated for all they've done.
You bow to no one.
So after all that, you'd think this would be the end of the movie, right? Sorry guys, still not yet. As the hobbits finally return to the Shire and Frodo even writes his own book.
And the Lord of the Rings by Frodo Baggins. You finished it. Not quite. There's room for a little more.
So an ancient Bilbo asks Frodo if he still has the ring, but Frodo says he lost it, and Bilbo still misses the ring even after it was proven that the ring was evil and can corrupt you. That's how powerful its effect is. Our characters still haven't moved on from it. So Frodo, Bilbo, Gandalf and all our hobbits arrive at the Grey Havens as they get ready to leave Middle-earth. Galadriel leaves, Gandalf leaves, even Frodo's going to leave, as Frodo realises there's nothing in Middle-earth for him anymore, in such a tear-jerky goodbye that makes me cry every time. As the ship leaves for the Grey Havens, and you'd think that would be the end of the movie. But still no. So Sam returns to his wife Rosie and his 2 kids. They all go inside, and the movie at last, folks, is over. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need the bathroom. Oh, wow, how long was that film? Let's look at the running time. 3 hours and 12 minutes. Hey Mum, could you sit for a film with a 3 hour and 12 minute runtime?
Yes, I could, Harry, absolutely.
Well, yes, if it was good, I certainly was. So that was The Return of the King, and in case you haven't guessed, it's definitely my favourite of the 3 films. The best Lord of the Rings scenes are found here. Aragorn's speech at the Black Gate, Edge of Night, Éowyn versus the Witch King, Battle of Minas Tirith / Pelennor Fields, Pippin growing up, Sam's badassery, the beautiful tear-jerky ending, and that's just some of them. Never before has a movie had me more on the edge of my seat, laugh, cry and cheer. It's the greatest cinematic epic as well as a perfect end to this magnificent trilogy, and it truly deserved all 11 Oscars that won, and it's the only fantasy film to ever win that, and I hope the Academy recognises more fantasy films in the future. Even Peter Jackson himself admitted this was his favourite of the 3. In fact, this film's absolutely perfect. I don't have any problems with it at all. In fact, the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy is perfect. Some people say no movie is without flaw, but I say Lord of the Rings films are some of the few films without flaw. They're that good. And I know some people would say, oh, they're not perfect, they cut out major scenes in the extended edition and the ending went on way too long. But I will defend those 2 things till the end. None of the extended scenes in the 4-hour cut of this movie needed to be in the theatrical version, as I already explained, and the multiple endings were needed. They were important. If we didn't have those multiple endings, the movie would be way too anticlimactic and unsatisfying, and if the movie ended with Frodo and Sam just coming out of Mount Doom, I would be beyond fuming. So the people complaining about its story, think about it. It won 11 Oscars and even won for Best Adapted Screenplay. How is its story not perfect? Not only does this movie have the best battle scenes, best acting, best story of the 3, but it also has the best soundtrack. God, this is Howard Shore's best soundtrack to date, and especially Love Into the West. That's my favourite Middle-earth song, period. I applaud Peter Jackson for putting his heart and soul into these movies. He brought Middle-earth to life perfectly. And when he won Best Picture back in 2004, he must have been over the moon. And
I just want to say very few quick words, especially to the people of New Zealand and the government of New Zealand and the city councils and everybody who's...
These movies make New Zealand famous. Movies would not be the hour today without Lord of the Rings. And yes, I was so glad to return to Middle-earth with the Hobbit trilogy, but I think we can all agree that as good as they are, they definitely didn't live up to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I may have sounded a little harsh when comparing them in my Lord of the Rings reviews, but don't worry guys, I will review them one day. So of course guys, The Return of the King is brilliant. What more can I say? I'd give The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, 5 stars out of 5. Well God, did my review satisfy you?
Yes, Harry, I never really thought about it, but I quite agree. Return of the King is the greatest movie of all time.
Looks like I won't be needing the precious anymore. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and join me next time when I review Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.